guys, I got a Bw28 New Holland Bell wagon, and I got the injection pump out of it this morning. What the deal was is that the crankcase is filling up full of fuel, and so I told him, I said, well, if it ain't smoking and doesn't have a fuel knock or anything like that, more than likely the shaft seal went bad on the injection pump. Hopefully there's nothing. Hang on, guys, I need to get my glasses. I'm getting old and I can't see nothing up close, especially in small numbers. I just want to make sure the seal that I got is the right one. Let's read this now, huh? Yep, there it is. 20 millimeter by 31 millimeter by 7.3 millimeter. That's the seal. Just a single lip or dual lip? Single lip with a spring in it. Hey, don't be running off, ding dong. Okay, so these Bell wagons, guys, they got an Iveco engine in there, and they're really they pretty much copied Cummins. The only thing that's different is it's a rear gear train engine. There's the injection pump sitting on the back of the engine here. But if you look at this thing, let me see if I can get somewhere where I can show you. They got the same kind of timing pin where it goes into the cam gear as a 3.9, a 4.5 liter Cummins, a 5.9, a 6.7 industrial. Same thing. See the little pin down there? That'll just go into your cam. But anyway, we're gonna, first thing I'm gonna do right now is get the pump out. There's a couple things we need to ensure before we start it. Is we need to make damn sure that our return line or something is not partially plugged up or something and causing the back pressure on the pump, which would take the seal out. He's giving her hell, isn't he? I don't know what the hell that noise was. Skid steer with some kind of mower on it. Basically a Bosch VE pump, just like a Dodge pickup. But the industrial versions have a larger, there's two different seals, okay? You'll notice that my keyway is lined up with the mark. Hang on. Okay, so, what was I saying? I was trying to, I thought he was coming over here to sit here and mow right beside me, and I was gonna rip his asshole. You know, don't come over here and mow right beside me, but I got a fuel system torn apart, you stupid son of a bitch. Anyway, on these Bosch pumps, so you'll see, let me show you what to do here. So, you know, turn that flywheel or the engine over and push in on that plastic pin until it goes into the cam gear. Now, don't forget to take that, don't forget to pull that back out of there after you start the engine, before you start the engine, because it's just a little plastic tit and it'll break it off. It won't hurt anything except for that little plastic tit. But anyways, this washer, when it's, this is how you lock your pump in time. And you go to #1 top bid center by pinning that on the cam, and this usually sets in behind this, and all that does is space this bolt out when this is in there. Loosen this up, pull this out, and then screw this in. You don't have to get too carried away. Just snug it up, and that'll lock the rotor in time. So let's see if we can get this pump seal out of here. I'm not sure what the best way to do that is, but don't know whether I should try to take a little drill and an easy out and stick in there, or should I just kind of get a chisel and tap on it and try to make it work its way out on one side. really careful. I thought maybe it would work it out on the other side, but it's not really doing that. I don't think I can get a seal puller in there. I think it's too small of a seal. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna scratch the shaft. That's not really working either. Just gotta go really easy and careful. I probably should have just drilled a hole in it and been done with it. I get nervous about drilling holes too because there we go. There we go. Got her out of there. There's a seal. I mean, I don't know, is the shaft. Get another rag. The shaft isn't grooved up or anything like that. I mean, not really. It's just, as far as I can tell, it looks fine. Okay, let me get a socket to fit that. Just a touch further. Now, what I want to explain to you guys, another thing, is these pumps are not, this is a tier 2 engine. You'll have a keyway for the shaft, but there'll be no key in it, and there'll be no keyway in the gear. Okay, that's why you have to lock that into time and lock this into time. Lock that into time first, and then this will be in time, and then lock it. Can't stress that enough, because I have made that mistake. The first one I ever did was a 4.5 Cummins, and I didn't know about that. And needless to say, it took me a long time of breaking this gear loose and turning that pump inside the gear until I finally got it to where it would start, and I had to keep fine-tuning it until I got it to run right. Because I called pump shops and nobody would help me. I had to do it on my own. I had to fix my screw up. Anyway, another thing we ought to check is this return line banjo here. Make sure that it's clear, that there's nothing restricting it. So let me fire my truck up and build some air. Alright, so I blew through the return line and through this banjo. This is the they call the overflow valve here. It seems to be fine. Okay. Got the oil drained on it to get all the oil out and the fuel out of the system, out of the engine oil. Okay. What are we doing here? Get the gear to go. There we go. Now the gear's going all the way back. Find all the nuts that go on the flange of the pump. Where all this shit goes back on there. Oh, I remember. I remember. I might have to get underneath and get that one. I was using a 13 millimeter. Oh. That lower radiator hose is not helping me too much. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this in there. Well, this little clip is supposed to be kind of out. I don't think it's all the way in there yet. I don't think it is. No, it is actually. It did. It went all the way in. Okay. Like really amazed that my phone made any noise out here, because there is no service usually out here at all. I got a 6715 John Deere that I need to go. I guess they bought a reman engine for it, want me to put it in. I thought, you're a glutton for punishment, man. Whatever. Can't tell them anything. Okay. say you can tell him, you just can't tell him much. Okay. Mounted. Grunting and groaning. Okay, I gotta torque that down. I was hand priming on it and I saw fuel was coming clear out of the, where the I had 4 of those injection lines loose. And shit, the fuel was going clear through the pump and out the injector lines. So I haven't tightened up that bleeder real good. I better, what I do with that flat bladed screwdriver, I still got a bunch of grommets. I got this plate I put back on there. I don't know what the hell I did with that screwdriver. I put it back up. I think that's what I did. Tighten up the bleeder on the filter here. Spilt oil all over it. That thing is the slowest taking son of a bitch I ever seen trying to get the oil in it. And it's 100 degrees out here and it still takes it slow. You can't imagine pouring oil in this thing in the winter time when it's cold. Shit, you might be there for 2 days trying to get the oil in it. Well, let me look at this dipstick again. Of course, I gotta fill the filter up. It's a little bit over full, it looks like. But once I get to that. Okay, let's go try it. Oil pressure, come on, there it goes. Shut it off. Check it again. What's leaking? What the hell is that leaking there? What the hell's leaking? Is that engine oil or is that fuel? What is going on there? I'm not certain what's going on there. Let me, that fuel line loose or something. Okay, what the hell's leaking here? Must be a fuel line loose, or is that fuel? That's all it really could be right here. Yeah. Did I not get one? This one here's loose. I didn't get that one. Forgot to tighten that one. Okay, dumbass. Dumbass. Might want to tighten that up. Might make a difference. Dumbass. I remember I had it tight, but I couldn't get on the one next to it, and I took it back off, and then who knows, I got sidetracked and spaced it out. Probably should put a line wrench on there, but we'll get it. Okay, let's check the oil again. Where in the hell we're at now? filter should hold like a good quart in it. Man, it's kind of hard to tell. Okay, so it's down to here. Max line is clear up here, so it probably needs a quart or so. Come on, bitch. Let me pour about another quart in it and we'll run it a while. My thought was, if it didn't sling too much oil through the gear train, I might be able to monitor and see if I see any fuel running down, you know, running down the case half there, down into the pan. I don't have oil just screaming out of there yet, but I don't know, it's worth a try, huh? Gonna be some wind here. Dry some of this stuff out. Smoke or knock or nothing. I'm almost 100% certain it's the shaft seal on the pump. Set it off, put that plate back on there. I don't see no fuel running down it, but then I'll just get in here. The hand throttle's not working on this thing. It must be disconnected or something underneath the dash. I'll put a little sealer on this. I got some grommets I gotta put back on there. So it's these 3 bolts here. Okay. Okay, I got a tube that's already open somewhere. Daddy, my hat blew off. I hope your damn head was in it. Sounds like something my old man would say. I'm quoting the movie Old Smoking the Man. That's all I can really do. I can only, if I'm going to watch any TV, which I rarely ever do, because there's just such a bunch of garbage shit on there anymore that it ain't even worth turning on. It's movies that I already own, like an old movie, like an old Western or something like that, that doesn't have all this stupid politicization and all these queer, I can't say that, I'll get in trouble. It just never ends, you know, with all this bullshit. You get inundated with this shit constantly. The ring is going off the end of the anvil on my impact, like all of them are. Let's check it again. It's right where it was, so I'll just let her. I'm gonna get in there and just kind of stand on the throttle for a while, and we'll just check it again after we sit there and run it for a good 5 or 10 minutes as hard as she'll go. That's all we can really do. Hold her to the floor. You never know if the damn something worn out inside the pump, and once fuel gets nice and hot, is it building up pressure inside the housing on that pump? You never know. Things need a fan clutch, you know. They got that hydraulic fan on there, and they never shut off. So they, you know, you got to pretty much hold them on the floor to get them to even warm up. The fan never shuts off. This outfit here probably, I don't know. I'm guessing they probably got 4,000 or 5,000 acres of hay in here. Big growers here, and this is a custom hauler, so this is not for this outfit. This is a custom hauler here. Mike bought this bale wagon and put his daughter, his daughter and his boy in it, and they run it all summer. It's good for them kids. Good for them to get out and do something. Operating temp. I think it's got a 190-degree thermostat in it. Yeah, it's coming back down. Well, I'm just going to sit here and let her run for a while, and maybe I'll start putting up my tools, and then I'll just sit here and let her run, and then I'll check the oil again, and we'll just see what happens, I guess. Well, I guess I'll let you know when they start running it, guys. I've ran it for probably a good half an hour wide open, and it's not putting fuel in there now, so I guess we'll let them go. You never know what stuff anything does till you put a load on it, and that's when you really can tell what's going to do. Anyways, I'll keep you guys updated to see what happens to this thing.